From the Dogfish Head Brewery, Sam Calagione.
It's been a long, strange, but wonderful trip.
From the Boston Beer Company, Jim Cook. Welcome back to the Friday Beer Buzz, Jim.
Well, it's nice to be back.
Here normally from Aberdeenshire in Scotland. From Brewdog, we have James Watt and Martin Dickey. Welcome to the show, guys.
Biggest mission today is just to make other people passionate about great craft beers as we are.
And now, the three-time winner of the Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters Excellence in Broadcasting Award, the recipient of 2 Pennsylvania Associated Press Broadcasters Association Awards for Excellence, promoting and advancing the craft and microbrew culture in Northeast PA. This is another edition of
The Friday Beer Buzz!
And the Friday Beer Buzz powered by Sabatini's Pizza at Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar in Exeter. Sabatini's, the area's greatest selection of rare craft and imported beers, growlers and crowlers, and 37 rotating drafts. All at Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar, Wyoming Avenue in Exeter. There's no oopses here. Let's get to Lindo. Sabatini is here.
Who said oops?
That was Bill. Bill, my apologies. I hit the button too late, and I realized I was like, oh no! I just don't know what I was.
The Friday Beer Buzz.
Oops.
I'll mix it all together in post-production. It'll be like you were there the whole time. Sorry about that, Bill. But back to Lindo first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's happening?
Nothing. Tell us what's happening at Sabatini's. What's going on that I need to know?
Pizza and beer. Nothing different this week than
It's such a simple but wonderful slogan. Sabatini's. Pizza and beer.
Pizza and beer, yeah.
There you go.
Going good. I was listening before. I was listening to Lorraine.
Yes.
What do you think? You think she would think my beard is sexy or what?
100% certainly she would.
All right.
Mine questionable because it's red and shorter. Lorraine, if you're listening, call Johnny Lucas and let us know. It's more of I'd call it a manly beard, a lumberjack.
Mine? Yeah, but people say these. I mean, I truly just didn't want to shave. But I mean, there's not a lot of work into keeping this thing what it is, I guess. I don't
So
know.
it comes natural. Bill, you hear this guy? My beard is natural. And you're a clean-shaven man, Bill, but what's going on in your world, and what do you got for us today in terms of beer news or questions?
Hey, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
You know, I gotta throw my favorite Beatles song. I love Blackbird, Here Comes the Sun, and Day in the Life. They're like my 3 absolute favorites because there's so many to choose from.
Well, Bill, we only asked for one. No, I do the same thing. I get it.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick, but all good ones, though, I would agree.
Yeah. So we have a Beer Buzz, and our Beer Buzz is interesting today because I think it is something that many beer drinkers pay attention to and many beer drinkers do not. It's calories in your beer. And people ask, and I have a really extensive post on mybeerbuzz.com about calories because I do get asked quite a bit, and I got tired of going and looking them all up. But what is the calorie level in many beers? And so I thought I'd run down a few, and I'll run down a few of the really common ones, and then we'll do the extreme. Because I think the common ones are probably what a lot of people asking are actually drinking because they're lower caloric beers. Michelob Ultra Pure Gold, 85 calories. Corona Premier, 90 calories. Michelob Ultra, 95 calories. Dogfish Head Slightly Mighty, 95 calories. Miller Lite, 96 calories. Yingling Light, 99 calories. Bud Light, 110 calories. Guinness Draft, 126 calories. Samuel Adams Boston Lager, 180 calories. And now let's do the extremes. Brewdog Faux Fox Dark Blueberry, 20 calories. Think about that. Only 20 calories in that beer.
That's why I'm so thin.
Flying Dog, and then we swing in the other direction. Flying Dog Horn Dog, 313 calories, and these are per 12-ounce servings too. Sierra Nevada Bigfoot, 330 calories. And the big one here, and you could probably say this is more of a flavored malt beverage than a beer, but Bud Light Lime-A-Rita, something I see a lot of people drinking, 495 calories for a 12-ounce serving.
It's like the Big Mac of beer. It's just a lot more calories than you'd expect, right? Interesting.
I would rather have a milkshake, right?
We'll do the milkshake buzz next week.
Yeah. We have some beer news today, and our first one comes from our pal Brian Strumke of Stillwater Artisanal Ales. We have Brian on the show, and Brian's always doing interesting things and crazy stuff, and he's doing both with these ventures. He is partnering with the Confederated Tribes of the Chehalis Indian Reservation to do the first brewery and distillery on native land, and that's out in Washington State. I think that's a really exciting venture. He is also entering into a United Kingdom, UK partnership with North Brewing in Leeds. So stay tuned for some interesting beers coming out of both of those locations. And the one in Washington is actually a brewery and distillery. So we're going to see spirits and beer coming out of that. Bell's is doing an Imperial IPA that's going to be part of their That's the Idea series. And it's a big one. It's a 9% ABV beer. They're also doing, in their eccentric exclusive series, something called Key Lime Milkshake IPA. We'll get that one for you, Jason.
I'm ready.
And that one comes in at 7%. Stone is doing a one-batch dispatch series called Motueka Madness, and that's a single hop double IPA that hits 9% ABV. And our final tidbit is one that we just missed the actual day, but Dogfish Head is doing a beer called Sweat, ? Stout, !
Wait, was that Sweat?
And that is yes.
Okay.
And that's a collaboration with Sweat Records, and that's done for Record Store Day. And this beer will be a tropical stout that uses fair trade Haitian coffee beans, fresh pressed sugarcane juice, and toasted coconut flakes. And it uses, if that's not all enough fun, it uses lager yeast to get to 5% ABV. And that is our Breaking Beer News. As always, you can click on the Breaking Beer News tab on mybeerbuzz.com for the latest details.
You could spend hours doing that. As could you if you went to Sabatini's, you could spend hours eating pizza, drinking beer. Today's featured beer, I just say thank you in advance. I tried to thank Lindo and Bill. He said, I think Bill came up with this idea for this.
Oh, yeah.
After last week, when I enjoyed that coconut beer, I forget what it was called, but that was really good. Even though I don't like coconut, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I did like that. I said I like lime. You guys brought a lime beer. What is this we're about to drink here today?
So today's beer comes to us from Two Roads Brewing Company, and they're in Stratford, Connecticut. And Jason, yeah, you mentioned the word lime. And after a few weeks of my personal journey to find a mashed potatoes beer, because you mentioned mashed potatoes a couple weeks ago, I couldn't find a mashed potatoes beer. We went with a lime beer. And this one comes out of, like I said, Stratford, Connecticut. And their brewmaster at Two Roads Brewing has a somewhat local connection. His name is Phil Markowski. And Phil used to work for Southampton Brewing and contract brew at Lion Brewery. So Phil has been in the area and participated in many of the beers that come out of the Lion Brewery. But the beer is called Persian Lime Gose. And and so before we get too far, we should say Persian limes, it sounds exotic, but Persian limes, they are grown with a little bit thicker skin, and they are the most common lime that you find in a grocery store. So most people are used to the taste and the flavors of Persian lime. They're also called Tahiti limes.
Right.
And this beer is a Gose. Have we, Linda, do you remember if we've featured a Gose on the show yet?
I know we have.
We have. We've done some Goses. I mean, Gose is one of the more popular sour style beers right now, and that we have. But this one. Mine's almost gone. I've been drinking it. It's really nice beer.
It's one of those ones. I think the first sip of this is like, whoa, that is sour, and I think it's like sour candy. The more you eat, the more you kind of want. So I have a feeling my second sip is going to be like, I need a third, and then I'm going to be walking front over here.
You're only on your first sip.
Well, I usually wait till we start talking about it.
Hey, why?
Why are you trying to control me?
I'm not, but there's a beer in front of you.
Bill,
You're supposed to try.
this is his fault, right? I think we need to see other people. Sorry. It's
Our
really
first
good.
BeerBuzz breakup.
I'm sorry. I'm going to take it back. You're the best. It's that beard.
It's not me, it's you.
Yeah, the more I drink this, the more I really, really enjoy this. This is excellent.
The story here, it's really interesting how they do this. This is part of their tanker truck series of sour ale. And the name is very literal in that they have a retired dairy stainless steel tanker truck, and they park that outside the brewery. They now have two of them, actually, because the beers have become so popular. And they use those vessels to sour the beer. And Lindo mentioned Gose. It's a very common style. It comes from Goslar, Germany, and it is a traditional sour wheat, usually brewed with a wheat malt. And it not only has fruit in it, it also has
It has been a long 2 years. Everybody is ready to get back out there. The Lackawanna County